أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Alif Lam Mim. These are the isolated letters of the Quran which appear in the beginning of 29 surahs of the Quran. In 3 surahs only single letter comes. Qaf, Noon, Qaf wal Quran al-Majid, Noon wal Qalam wa ma yasturun, Sad wal Quran al-Zikr. Then in some there are 2 letters, Hamim, Taha, Yasin. In some there are 3 letters, Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Ra. And in some there are 4 letters, Alif Lam Mim Ra, Alif Lam Mim Sad. And only 2, there are 5. Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad, Ha, Mim, Ain, Sin, Kaf. And the meanings of these letters nobody knows. They are a secret between Allah and His Messenger. Although much has been said about these letters. But the general consensus is that nobody knows the real meanings with sure. There are certain judgments people have guessed something, but nothing definite. You can't be sure of those meanings. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is the book of Allah, Al-Kitab. This is the book. What does it mean? The book of Allah. لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. There's no doubt in it. No doubt in it about it's being revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then there is no doubt in its contents. Its contents are also above doubt, and its revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also above doubt. Hudal lil muttaqeen. This is the guidance for the God-fearing. But I discussed this word taqwa in my Sunday lecture. Taqwa, although generally piety, godliness, holiness, different words are used, but actually meanings are to save yourself. Muttaqeen, people who want to save themselves. From what? From the fire of hell, number 1. Displeasure of Allah, number 2. And basically, they have a moral sense within them. And they want to avoid and save themselves from evil. If this moral sense is active within them, then actually they will always be in search of the truth. In search of what we shall do. Those people who had prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Lazina anamta alayhim, it was their desire. It was their own search. They wanted to have the guidance. Now actually this is the relationship between Surah Al-Fatiha and Surah Al-Baqarah. You ask for guidance, Hudal lil muttaqeen. This is the guidance. The guidance is being given to you. And these are the don'ts and do's. Do these things, don't go this way. Go this way and don't do these things. So actually this guidance is given here, Hudal lil muttaqeen. But as I discussed in that lecture, although we find in the 23rd section of this very surah, Hudal lin nas, this has the guidance for all humanity. But you know, only those people will be able to avail of His guidance who have in themselves the search for truth and guidance, who want to have guidance. Who don't want to have any guidance, they will not be able to avail themselves of the guidance that Quran is giving. If somebody is not hungry, he will not look towards any food. That food might be very nourishing and very tasty, but he has no hunger. He can't take it. So actually there should be a hunger. That is actually the need for guidance is taqwa. Because you want to save yourself from going astray. You want to save yourself from evils, from doom on the doomsday. If that desire is there, only then you will be able to avail of the guidance of the Quran. And who are those muttaqeen? Allazina yu'minuna bil ghayb. Those who believe in the unseen, who know that the reality lies beyond the realm of our senses. They are very limited. The basic realities, they lie beyond. Just as Confucius, the very famous thinker of China, he has been reported to have said, there's nothing more real than what cannot be seen, and there is nothing more certain than what cannot be heard. Things which are not visible by these eyes, which cannot be heard through these ears, they are the most real things. This is a very shallow, superficial part of reality. So this is the basic thing, that if somebody, he denies, no, there's nothing beyond our perception, then he will not be able to avail of the guidance of this Quran. Only such a person who understands, who knows that our senses, they can reach, but to a very limited extent. The reality lies beyond it. يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. And then they establish prayers. Because that reality, the Al-Haq, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now you should have some contact with Him, some communication with Him. And to have a regular communication with Him, you must establish prayers. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And whatsoever we have given them, they spend out of it. Spend out for charity, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the spreading of the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for making the deen of Allah supreme. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ. And those who believe in what has been revealed and sent down to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And not only you, but they believe also on what was sent before. They believe in Torah also, they believe in Injil also, they believe in Zabur also, and they believe that the prophets have been given these revelations and guidances before Quran also. وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. Here we find the word is changed. Not yu'minun, but yuqinun. About the hereafter, they are convinced, they are sure. They are sure that this life is not all human life. The real human life is in the hereafter. Death is not the end of our existence. It's just the gate towards the eternity. Because after death, there is going to be resurrection. And after that resurrection, وَإِنَّهَا لَجَنَّةٌ أَبَدًا أَوْ لَنَارٌ أَبَدًا. It's eternity, eternal existence. So actually death is the gate to eternity.